heard, Brian. Sorry. Okay, we got you back to that. Whiskey 1, Pop Echo Fox. Would you look for some late and last, please? Roger, Roger. Boy, everyone is sounding great tonight. This is Whiskey 1, Pop Echo Fox. We're looking for late chickens.
Well, hello, everybody. I didn't see you come in there. We're about to get started on the Thursday Night Anything Goes Net, hosted on 146.52, 6 meters, and, well, anything, as the name would suggest. I'm working on getting things tuned up. I'm on 60 meters, channel 5, 52525, 6 meter FM, and 146.52. As of now, looks like we've got about 10 minutes to go. So yeah, hello everybody. Very nice to see you. me adjust stuff. Yeah, that's the squelch. So I hate to bore you. I didn't expect everybody to jump in there all at once. We'll have some action here in a minute. Jay Stone, I'm doing mighty fine if you're still in there. Yeah, been a rainy day out here in the great state of Arkansas, so just been making do. Got to go back to work tomorrow. Grinding some stumps. That's what I'm doing at this very moment. And man, does that wear out your hands. It sure does. Call me a baby or whatever, but you're probably right. But either way, it hurts. Throughout the duration of this, you'll probably hear some rustling around and things like that. Loading my tobacco pipe. Getting things ready. Hopefully we'll have a pretty good net. Hopefully some of you will stick around for when it actually starts here. And if my clock is right, exactly 10 minutes. You can give a call on 6 meters. Maybe people are there already. Kilo India 5 Uniform Charlie Oscar. KI 5 UCO 52525. Kilo India 5 Uniform Charlie Oscar 52525. About to start the Thursday night Anything Goes net. Anybody on here on 52525? This is Kilo India 5 Uniform Charlie Oscar 52525. Well, it appears so. Oh man. Not hearing anything on channel 5. On 60 meters. Let's try to give her a better tune. Why not? Kilo India 5 Uniform Charlie Oscar 52525. Kilo India 5, uniform Charlie Oscar, a little bit early on 146.52.
Kilo Julia 5, Hotel Golf Charlie. Good evening, Mr. John. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. You are live on YouTube at the moment, just as a full disclosure. And I'm monitoring 52525. Let's see, 60 meter channel 5. And then this one. Yeah, buddy.
Well, all right, fine business. It's not a problem at all. Seems like you've got a lot of things covered tonight. I can always flip over to 6 over there at some point if you want to, but I gotta leave 5-2 over here to get there, so currently I'm just hanging out over here.
Roger on that. Let me turn that down a little bit, maybe. Hopefully I could still hear it. But, yeah. I forgot what I was going to say. Sure did. How'd you like that rain today?
Hey, Sean, check me in and out, AJ56.
In and out. All right. Hello, Mr. Bob, and goodbye. AJ5, CKI5, UCL.
Yeah, just sit down and get it, sorry.
Ryan, how'd you like that rain?
Well, I tell you, I mean, probably definitely needed it for sure, but that was a lot for my little space over here. I got a lot of water in the shop and everything, so I've got a fire in the stove going, even though it's not too terribly cold out here, but I needed to dry up some of the water, so gonna do that while we're on the radio here tonight a little bit, so that's about it. It's alright, I guess. Wash the things off. I don't have to go wash my feet now because that rained on pretty good, so that took care of that for me. It's kind of a bonus.
Yeah, that always is convenient. At least you don't have to wash your car out in the rain, as the old saying goes. Oh, man. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not liking it. I stepped in some mud earlier and about sunk up to my ankles. That wasn't fun at all. Just to confirm, it is like 6:56, right?
That is correct. It's about to roll over to 6:57 right now. Okay, J5HUC.
Yeah, well, my ICOM 705 says 9:57, so I just used the minutes and count the hours close enough. I need to set that thing to UTC time. That would actually be useful.
Yeah, I've got that one up in the corner of my watch also, and I have the one of those net timer auto checks, whatever, auto syncing on the computer, so it auto syncs all the time as well, but it's actually hard to see the clock at the bottom of the corner a little bit because I have some stupid restriction like black bar on the bottom of the screen. It's only on the PC input. Anytime any input I've used PC on, it puts that bar down and it covers half the taskbar. It's real dumb. But other than that, I guess it's fine. I just have to pull something up, or I just use my watch because it's synced up pretty much exactly the same as well. So.
Yeah, fine business on that. Yeah, I need to get me a clock out here, just an analog clock or digital or something. Keep meaning to buy one and set it to UTC, especially if I am actually trying to keep an adequate log, which here lately I have been. Ran out of things to do, so figured I'll do some worked all states. So I've been shooting for 40 meters. I've been on that North American Traffic and Awards net. And maybe cheating or something, but I don't care. It's kind of fun. I usually get in there pedestrian mobile or portable, but today I just sat down with the dipole in the shack here and made, let's see here, let's give them a count. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 contacts in 14 different states. So not too bad there. Back to you, KJ5HGC, KI5UCO.
Definitely can. I'll be excited once I get to play around on some different stuff too here, hopefully pretty soon. Sounds like a lot of fun. It's KJ5HGC.
Yeah, Roger on that. Looks like we got about a minute left, so KI5UCO, bye for now. About to come back at 160 watts, fellas. It doesn't make all that much difference, but it's fun. If I could run a kilowatt, I would, even though I'd out-talk my ears, so to speak. Hopefully this audio is okay and not blowing you out of the water. I'm not sure. I'm not hearing it on the other end. There it is. This is Kilo India 5 Uniform and Charlie Oscar with a whopping power of 160 watts for the Thursday Night Anything Goes net. Anybody wishing to check in? The purpose of this net is to encourage the use of simplex, centered on 146.52. I am also currently monitoring 52525 on 6 meters and channel number 5 on 60 meters. Once again, this is Kilo India 5 Uniform Charlie Oscar. Go ahead and check in with your call now on Thursday Night Anything Goes net. Nailed it. No, I'm kidding.
Please check in Kilo Julie 5 Hotel Golf Charlie. Ryan from Harrison.
Man, that's some rare DX right there.
Yes, sir. Just pushing a little 25 watts here, so yeah, just cranking it out there to you.
I'm even able to run the preamp tonight. All right, check-ins. Thursday Night Anything Goes net. This is KI5UCO. Go ahead now. I think people are scared of this live stream. Wow.
WB5RED.
Hello, Mr. Mill. I hear that MDC chirp on the HT sounding good. On the external antenna or no?
Good evening, everybody. It's the external.
It's pegging the meter out here. We'll come back to you. You're on a live stream, by the way, just in case you wanted to know that. Once again, this is Kilo India 5 Uniform Charlie Oscar for the Thursday Night Anything Goes net.
November 0 Foxtrot Charlie, UWC, back to Taneyville, Cook County.
Hello, Mr. Hank in Taneyville. A little bit noisy on this end tonight. Probably my receive. I've got other things going, causing interference, but I've got you in there. Sounding good.
Back to 73, UWC.
All right, fantastic. Anybody else for the Thursday Night Anything Goes net? This is KI5UCO.
Kilo Juliet 5, Bravo Kilo Kilo. How are you doing tonight, John?
Hello, Mr. Perry. I am doing pretty all right. About got drowned in the rain. How about yourself?
I stayed in. All I had is a slow leak in the roof.
Yeah, I've got 2 of those. Got pots and pans underneath them. It's quite comical. I told my brothers and sisters I was going to save it and would make coffee tomorrow.
Probably be all right. Coffee will cover the flavor of anything.
That's right. Anybody else out there for the Thursday Night Anything Goes net? I am listening here. 52525 FM on 6 meters and channel number 5 on 60 meters. Go ahead and come now. I'm hearing something on 60 meters, but it is weak. Probably because I'm using a 40-meter dipole. Well, nothing heard there. Well, back over to Mr. Ryan. Anything new or interesting or cool happened this week?
KJ5HGC. I'm trying to think. Not a whole lot really this week. Not really. Didn't do a whole lot this week. I just worked and kind of hung out with my daughter most of the time during the evenings. Did the net on Monday night, and yeah, didn't do a whole lot this week. Kind of did stuff around the house and had friends over a couple times, or other kids did. So that was about it. Yeah, no big plans either, so it's pretty good. Hoping I'll work on the Jeep a little bit this weekend and try to take care of a few things and fix the heater in it, but that's about it for the weekend too. Either 5 HCC Friday.
Well, fine business on that. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I didn't do much this week either. I kind of got a part-time job grinding tree stumps. Wore my hand out doing that. Call me soft or whatever, and you're probably right, but man, that repetitive motion will get to you.
Yeah, I can imagine so. I've done that once before, and yeah, I understand what you're talking about, but yeah, doing it part-time, I mean, it's a pretty good work though, I bet. Definitely wears you out, though. I can imagine. I'm sure your arms and your hands are hurting pretty good.
Yeah, for one time in my life, I was happy it rained. Normally, that is not the case. I hate rain. Sure do. Hate rain, wind, and all that. Snow? Oh, man, that's a four-letter word. Well, thank you for the update there. Mr. Mill, WB5 R&D. This is KI5 UCO. You got anything cool or interesting that has happened this past week?
No, not that I know of. It's WB5 R&D. I'm just watching the live stream here. Maybe hear that going there in the background. Looks like Ryan is painting your meter out there. Over.
Yeah, you all are. I've got the preamp on, but if I'd quit talking long enough, you'd see that the preamp brings in quite a bit of noise in this instance. Oh man. Yeah, if I turn off this beacon over there, it's set stable at say, I don't know, S0. But overall, not too bad. What would you say the audio is like? It needs to go up or down, or how's that going?
Sounds pretty good to me, and yeah, I did see quite a bit of noise there when you unkey. So I'd say it's good, loud and clear.
Yeah, there it is right there. It kind of goes with Morse code, doesn't it? Almost like there's a beacon that I'm picking up. All right. Well, then, Mr. Perry, KJ5BKK, KI5UCO, anything cool, interesting, fantastic, or even mediocre. We'll take it all here on the Anything Goes Net. What'd you have going on this week?
Oh, nothing much. Been hearing the guys talk about this Simply PTT. You know anything about that?
I know a little bit, but the guy you need to talk to, who knows more than me, would probably be Ryan there. Ryan, you got anything to kind of sum that up or or give more information?
Let's get your 5-HGC. I mean, I don't know a whole lot. I guess I know a little bit about it. I mean, Denny's explained it a few different times, and I have, and I used it. But I just went to the website. I think it was just simple. I just went to Simple PTT. I just Googled it, is what I did, and just went to the site there and bought the license, and Scott just had it set up for me, and the server within probably 12 hours or so, and had my password and everything sent to me. And then when I switched over, I just emailed them and asked them about the switch over, and I got me taken care of with a new login and password for a new account on the new platform, which was that's what it is now, the Simple PTT, or the Real PTT, I think is what it is. Let me double check. Yeah, Real PTT is what the new one is, the new app for your phone. And you just plug in the new login and password into it, and it just kind of works like the old one, but you have a lot better options, and it kind of is it's a little bit better
Come on,
quality.
Lyden.
The audio is much better, it seems like, as well.
So I was kind of wondering, what are they using? Are they using cell communications, internet communications? I heard somebody say something about needing a SIM card.
Yeah, it's internet. It's voice over IP is what it is. So it's not really like a primary. It's just kind of like I just use it for fun. Is what I use it for. Just whenever if I'm working or whatever and it's kind of slow, I'll just have it on my desktop because they have a nice desktop app, and so I can have it up on there in the background, and I can just have it, kind of listening or whatever. We have, occasionally have a conversation on there, and I can do that from my computer right there. So I just do that. It works pretty well, in that instance for me.
Okay, thanks a lot, Ryan. I was wondering how that works. The website didn't explain a whole lot about it. It just kind of hailed its high points and didn't explain what it was doing.
Okay, yeah, I got you. It's voice over IP, so it's an internet-based service. You have to have some sort of internet connection, data connection. So that's why they talk about SIM card, because you can get the little handheld radios that work on it as well, but you have to have a SIM card that's just a data card for it, is all it is. So it just works for just like internet service. As long as, for whatever, I'm not sure, because I haven't really looked into the SIM card purposes of it, or what they offer, their limitations or anything on it. Because I looked at the radios a few different times, and I'll just continue to use the app on my phone or on my desktop for a little while if I want to play with it. It's KJ5HEC Friday.
Okay, thanks a lot. KJ5HEC.
Now, fine business on that. This is Kilo India 5, Uniform Charlie Oscar. Fine business indeed. Is there anybody else out there for the Thursday Night Anything Goes Net who would want to jump in there? Go ahead. Normally there's more traffic here. Man, oh man, I'll tell you what. Turn on the live stream and it scared everybody away. I think so. I did some live streaming earlier today, and I think it just scares everybody away. I didn't even have very much luck on HF while I was live streaming. So. Oh well. That must be it. The cell phone interferes with the radio. Must be what it is. No other question. Come again?
November 0 Wichita Charlie here.
Where is that live stream at?
Oh, I can hear you well now. It is on YouTube at my call sign, which is Kilo India 5 Uniform Charlie Oscar. You can search KI5 UCO Ham Radio or the ampersand KI5 UCO, and it's on my channel live at this very moment, right here on 146.52.
Thank you, sir. There's it now. You really appreciate it.
Yeah, I think that noise is something in my shack there. Yeah, in the clear, you got a mighty fine signal out here. Indeed, so you'll be able to check it out if you find the live stream. Fantastic. Feel free to jump in whenever, so yeah, don't wait for us. This is the Anything Goes Net after all. And this is KI5 UCO. Well, so far I am hearing absolutely nothing on 60 meter channel 5. I did some whisper earlier, which I am kind of questioning the legality. You have to do a bunch of mathematics, because the frequency that whisper said it was listed on was not in the channelized thing, but then if you do the math of a 1500 hertz tone, then it centers it in a channel, and it's kind of weird. So I may have broke the law. I'm not sure. If I did, I apologize. But even during the middle of the day, man, talk about some good coverage. As they say, and I'd agree, it's almost like 80 meters meets 40 meters as far as propagation, kind of an in-between. But I'm hearing nothing on channel 5, and I mean nothing. Oh well. KI5 UCO, Thursday night, Anything Goes Net.
It's KJ5 HGC. I do apologize. I'm not able to play over there yet with you, so I can't try it out. I can listen over there, but that's about all I can do for you.
It's kind of a sketchy band. It really is, being all channelized and all that. And you have to do a whole bunch of math, because if you're on CW, you got to be on the channel frequency in the center. And then if you're on upper sideband, you have to be below that. And if you're doing the digital mode, then ideally it's still centered within the channel. So if you're using a 2000 hertz tone on FT8, then it's questionable whether that's legal or not. I don't know. It's kind of a touchy band there, so if I get arrested by the FCC for trying to play with it, then, well, here's my apology video.
What kind of radio are you using there on the stream on live stream?
This here is the Yaesu FT736R. You can get a little better picture of it. I turned the light on for you, but you still can't see the whole thing. My lighting is horrible in here, but yep, 736R. It's the original satellite rig. It's got slots in it for 4 band modules. You can get 2 meters, 70 centimeters, 220, 6 meters, and 1296. Your choice.
Okay, Roger, on that. What we do is might get hold of something.
Well, they're old and usually in disarray, and I was lucky to get this one, because most of them with the 70 centimeters, they'll have the 430 megahertz portion, but not the 440. Now, this one has 440, in it, so I can use repeaters and a tone board and all that. So it's kind of hit or miss. Very, very nice old radio, but just like any nice old radio, you got to kind of work for it. Can't just buy them anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, I hear you on that. I got one of those Kenwood, I think it's a CS5 or something like that. The 2 meter rig, they had the all made, and I broke the plug in it on one of these tuning pots there and broke the plug on it. And he just said I can get one to push back up.
Yeah, Roger on that. Yeah, those old Kenwoods are where it's at. I've got a couple of them here. Let's see. Turn the light back on so I can see. Over here I've got a what is this thing? A TS 180. No, 130 SE. It's the 100-watt model. Kind of compact. I've got the TS 600 6-meter rig. I think that's all the old Kenwoods I have laying around here.
I just have to look at all memory microphone translation was it's pretty nice little radio. The final one out of it. I don't remember what the model number was. I think it was 8500, 7500 or something like that. It's very much a 2 meter read, but it has the code down there.
Let me unplug this beacon thing. Hey, Roger on that. They're fine radios indeed. As they said, old Kenwood trio. The Kenwoods had a little bit of problem with the quality control with their finals. They neglected to put any heat sink compound on there on some of them. So you may look at that, and sometimes it will just get hot and burn out the traces in the finals itself if it's like a all-in-one final amplifier. And if that's the case, you may be in luck, because you may be able to reflow some solder in those traces and it'll be good as new. Not saying that's the case, because like all the old stuff, it's kind of touchy, but they did have problems like that quite often. This is Kilo India 5, Uniform Charlie Oscar.
Okay, I'll take a look at it sometime if I ever get back out. But I just want to get in there and kind of see how I found it on the radio and the live stream and everything. Good talking with you again. I'll sit here and listen a little bit and try to find something to watch on the TV. I appreciate it. KI5CCO and your WC 73.
Oh, fantastic. You may want to check that last over out on the live stream, because I unplugged my local noise generator, my beacon on 22 meters. I unplugged it here, and it was a much better copy. So I wouldn't take the first couple as a reference. That last one was a pretty good indication. I think with slightly better conditions, oh man, it'd be no problem. So yeah, good to hear from you. Indeed. This is Kilo India 5, Uniform Charlie Oscar, 14652, Thursday night, anything goes now. Excuse me. I think I can make that noise even better. Unplug this. Oh yeah, that's much better. Yeah, now I unplugged the 630 meter transmitter, so Now the noise is back down to pretty well nothing. All right. Well, Mr. Ryan, what do you think?
Schedule 5 HTC. I think it sounds pretty good. Audio's coming in pretty well on my side over here.
Looks like your noise went down way down there.
Yeah, that beacon transmitter being a single final without any output stages at all, just a low pass filter. Yeah, it puts out some noise on the 2-meter band. It is just local to the actual transmitter itself. If I put a case around it, I think all that would go away. But yeah, with it just sitting out in the open, it is noisy. And the 630 meter gets in here as well. I normally don't worry about it though. But yeah, it went way down. It sure did. Heard some digital noise there.
Of course, that other station that I could hear him on the TV, but I couldn't hear him on my radio.
Missouri. Oh, man, I always get him confused with somebody else up there in Missouri. Oh, if he said it or somebody else said it, then it would ring a bell. But as of now, I can't remember the town.
KJ5 did the same thing. The other night you were talking to a fellow from Kirbyville.
Yeah, I think that may have been him. Yeah, there's 2 Missouri stations that get in there from time to time. So it's one of them, either Waynesville or Kirbyville, and I think Kirbyville was the one. Something breaking the squelch there every now and again. This is Kilo India 5 Uniform Charlie Oscar taking check-ins for the Thursday Night Anything Goes net. Maybe he'll call again, but I just heard somebody on 60 meters. I just heard somebody on 60 meters. Maybe they'll call again. Maybe all are working. Well, I got a whole bunch of traffic over here. Is there anybody else out there for the Thursday night Anything Goes net? This is Kilo India 5, Uniform Charlie Oscar. Well, Mr. Ryan, have you done any studying for the general in the past however long?
CJ5 HCC. Yeah, sir, I have been. I'm about to start taking some practice tests and everything, kind of get ready for that, and probably take the test early next week, hopefully. As long as I'm ready by then, but kind of my plan, hopefully.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun for sure. I need to actually put up a decent antenna. I was thinking about bringing it up to Jason here pretty soon. I've got a pretty good idea of a pretty easy and inexpensive yet effective antenna that I'd like to build for the club if they'd let me build one up there on Gaither Mountain using the tower, build like a multi-band vertical. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that definitely sounds, that sounds pretty awesome to me. I mean, I'd probably talk to him about that, see what he has to say, but yeah, that'd be pretty good. I think a lot of people would probably enjoy that.
Yeah, I'd like to make it 10 through 160, but if we have to stop at 80 meters, well, then so be it. But yeah, I've got a pretty good idea of how to do it. Wouldn't be that bad. Wouldn't take up that much real estate, depending on how high he lets us go on the tower. Because most of it would be underground with, radials and things like that. So that'd be out of the way.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'd say just have to get a hold of him and talk to him about that and see what he has to say about it. Figure out HCC.
There's somebody. Well. Yeah, then maybe we could do like a little outing. I'd do the tower work or whatever, but there'd be plenty of room for other people to show up and help out if they so wished and operate using the thing and, Well, that probably would take an instruction book to say for 80 meters, you'd probably have a coil that you'd tap for actual 80 meters and then one for 75, depending on what you're trying to operate up there. But yeah, I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm sure we could, talk about that in the meeting next week if we wanted to. If we talk to Jason a little bit before then, maybe by then, we could possibly bring it up and talk to everybody. I mean, he's definitely count me in. I definitely offer to help. Depending on what when you want to do it and everything, as long as I'm free and able to do it or able to make the time for it, I'll definitely give you a hand for it.
What do you think about that, Mr. Mill? Having a Club HF antenna up there.
I think it's a good idea. And so if anybody go right up there and use it, Jason mentioned something about that too, I think. Which side are you talking about? Gaither or both?
Definitely Gaither. In better with Jason, I think. Plus, I don't think there's a fence. If I remember right, I don't think there's like a fence keeping people out. And if there is, it's a small fence. So, you can run coax or something to the edge of it. That way people don't have to have a key. On boat, you'd have to have a key for the gate.
Great idea. And last year, there was some boys come down from Missouri and went up on boat. And they did I don't know if it's POTA or SOTA, but anyway, they set up there and operated on 5.2. And I don't know what else on.
Yeah, probably SOTA. Yeah, I don't exactly know where you do that. I guess it depends on what they consider the summit, because most of that stuff up there is private property. So I'm sure they wouldn't care, being that there's graffiti all over the place. But it'd be in the best interest to make sure that it was okay, I guess. But yeah, I think boat would be more practical, but Gaither would be. You can drive straight up to it. You don't need four-wheel drive, and you don't need a gate key. So, all those things considered, that's a much better plan.
Yeah, I think so. And Jason also said we could do field day up there anytime we wanted.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, or putting into consideration, because then, we'd already have a multi-band field day antenna up there too. So. Well, Mr. Perry, what do you think about the idea?
Hey, it'd be great.
Yeah. Either we build a full-fledged multi-band vertical, or we just take an Antron 99 up there. Good old CB antenna. How about that? That was a joke. It ain't gonna work. Mr. Perry, I was thinking about you the other day. I came out here to live stream from the shack, and I wasn't having very much luck. It turned out my 40-meter dipole was out of tune, and I couldn't get it back with the tuner for whatever reason. So I was making contacts on 40 meters and a few on 20 meters with a CB antenna. So I had you in mind the whole time. Ooh, man, amplifier or one.
Heard somebody call it CQ Winter Field Day last weekend on 5-2. I couldn't reach them. They couldn't hear me.
An alligator station. I'm probably one of them right now. Now. Well, we're gonna have to call that good. There was some static in there. This is Kilo India 5, Uniform Charlie Oscar. Thursday night, anything goes net. Anybody want to try 52525? Crickets. Maybe they're moving over there. Let's give a call. Kilo India 5, Uniform Charlie Oscar, KI5 UCO 52525. Kilo India 5, Uniform Charlie Oscar 52525. There's a digital station on 60 meters. did it to me again. Closing out.
Me imagino, así que dale los calitos ahí cada vez que más te escucho.
Beep, beep, beep. KI5 UCO.
Decent man, but it's like 29.30, I think is what I'm running. 29.30 is the top end. Well, whatever, I don't care. Well, no, it's just the point.
Well, that ain't working.
Above you and record somebody and you be 3 kilohertz below me on
Come on, Barry Boca Bastard. That sounds healthy.
System, when it comes in contact with something that is a little bit contagious, I get it because I have not built up an immunity to it. I think that's what's happened to me. Anyway, I just gotta tell you, KF-14 that's what I would be. KB4WLF, I think that, no, I didn't hear it right. On that last thing, they wouldn't even Dr. Johnson, and in 4HH5, which they're quite water colors. The earth, but no, I never used it because it's being active in the hobby, I don't know how it is. But, I will touch base with the landline cactus. You can just know about what's going on. International radio, which was each office I think for a number of years, and he prepared those kinds of demands, and he loved so let's go on with that here. It's early, so we'll move on. There are you with Lloyd. She's right here beside me. I'll check her in as being cured. very interesting doing that back in the day. Oh yeah, it was, as being a kid in freaking junior high school and stuff, it was outstanding. It was like secret crap. It was amazing. I mean, I would have, if they didn't come out with the general class radio telephone license and do away with the first class and dumb it down and made it so that stations didn't have to have high-paid engineers working at every station, that's what I was going to do, but, you know, you had to be a sharp cookie to get your license back in. I've got my first class radio telephone. Well, I haven't renewed them, but I had the first class radio telephone license. I've still got my restricted radio telephone license. It's good for life. Hey, Wayne. Yeah, go ahead, Stacy. So if you've got it out of whack, what do you have to do to get it back in whack?
You guys fell over.
Well, I'll go up there and you'll probably put about 50,000 volts into the shoulder until I start trembling and jumping around. And then if I scream that it's back in place, then you'll unplug it.
What'd you do that for?
Now, are you lying or joking? Do they actually use electroshock on it? Almost has you convinced there. No, he just gives me some shots of steroids into it.
I wonder it won't come. That's not the size of it. I might have injured it. You know, I fell out of the tree a couple times or off the ladder, so that probably didn't help it any. Now, you're supposed to have them show you how to do all that heavy lifting stuff with the right motion that it doesn't affect your joint. Yeah, you know, at my old workplace, they run a company in there and they had us watch some videos and try to explain that stuff to us, but who's got the time to sit there and get all warmed up and let things... Well, Ryan, I just felt like it.
Well, now, what you do, them 40
I felt like just throwing you on the ground. Why'd you decide to fall? That's the better question.
Bear hug them so you're not putting all that strain on that shoulder. I'll put that down on my list there, Doc. Hello, Wayne. Hello, Greg. But, no. Anyhow, it is what it is, so, you know, that's my conversation for the week there. Other than that, I can see my driveway now, and my vehicles are dirty, and driving them in the snow. So, Nike, what have you been up to? Man, I haven't heard you in a long time.
I'll let you know here in a minute after I ID. KC0 Quebec.
Okay, K0, CYC.
K9BAU.
KF0, OPN. Are you ready for this long story, Mike? Well, give me at least part of it. Not a darn thing. Now, that's not true. I know you've probably got some new video games for Christmas, and you've been tied up with them.
Come on. I believe you can too. Come on. That's close enough.
I gotta get in on this. K0KO. Hey, Wayne, where did you get K0? Kevin, I don't know. I can't remember. You were telling Greg that he used his brain? Oh, no, I was telling Mikey when he plays some video games, although they're kind of off the wall, but you got to use your game and talent to play them. Okay. Wow. You be good up there, Tightwad Kevin. I just had to get in there and say that, Mikey. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know, buddy. I know. But you did. Wayne. Well, Kevin, we got to give him a little credit. I know. I can't say that.
3962.
You behave yourself up there, Domino's.
Where I'm listening.
Hey, there ain't no dominoes around here. It's all over here. Hello, Kevin, and hello,
The
baby.
screen does not show up on the phone unless you're right in front of it. I've ordered me a selfie stick of all things. So, we'll get better, I guess.
Well, ain't it sure a little bit noisy tonight, or is it just me? Oh, I ain't gonna keep with you, Wayne. I'm sorry. No, it's okay. I said, is the band a little noisy tonight, or is it just me? No, the band is very, very noisy. TSA, Southern Michigan, is noise. Okay, thank you. I'll be back. That's because there's special house up here in Michigan.
Maybe I'll try to jump in here. These guys on 80 meters, they're a little particular about people jumping in on their nets, I guess.
Yeah, well, actually, it was up southern last night. It's been noisy for quite some time now up here.
They're gonna tell me to turn on the amplifier.
I'm getting some lightning crashes. That's only what I'm picking up.
Roger on the playing with the filter. Yeah, I'm using the inverted L, so.
Oh, I just filters to cut out the static. I mean, I hear the lightning crashes just a little, and I see them on the monitor. But usually, noise-wise, I'm on the peg down here where I'm at. I don't live near the city or anything, so I don't pick up any noise unless it's just storms or just bad noise on, 75 or something. No, that's the same way here. Yeah, I live out in the country, and no high tension wires. And usually I have very little noise, but not in the last 3 or 4 days. Yeah, but atmospheric conditions, Mother Nature throw it at us. Yeah, I don't run any intimidators or.
Now this is a vertical too, kind of.
Wide open all the time.
Partially. There's 30 foot of vertical.
If I was to run my FT101EX, I would have a lot less noise.
I don't know if I want to jump in there. Try to find something else.
is welcome to check into the mail. However, to become a full member, it is necessary for one to check in 4 or 5 consecutive weeks on the same navigation. When this has been accomplished, the next consultant will give you a work certificate from the
What's
Secretary.
wrong with magical mushrooms?
The order system supplies to maintain the membership. However, a donation of $5 shall be made to the next treasury for membership.
Beautiful signal, by the way. Nice audio. You too. I don't have an from tonight. I'm just running our watch, and Dave's on here. I forget your first name. Tell me again. Yeah, my name is Ted Tango Echo Dublin. Good to hear you guys.
I'm doing all right, Mr. Slow Moto.
Okay, Ted.
Sitting out here,
Little words out of my mouth. I remember your name.
kind of finished up the Thursday night Anything Goes net, so we're just listening around on 80 meters. Currently on 39.82.
Yeah, you're 30 over, man. 30 over. Oh, man. You're making me proud. Yeah, it's strong. Are you running now? Yeah, I'm running a TSA 30, hold on. I'm running a TSA 30S, and it's 50 watts. Nothing less than 200 watts right now, over. Yeah, you're 30, and I'm on ICOM 7300, and you're 30, you bumped 40 that time. So, yeah, it's
absolutely.
Good job. Copy that. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Absolutely on the
Good
fog.
evening, Ted, and 5PNZ. Copy that, sir. In 5, I didn't get the roll call sign, but good evening, sir.
Yeah, it's Papa November Zulu, N5PNZ. Dave up here. Clint and I are only about 8 miles apart here.
Copy that, Dave. You're doing a great job, buddy. You sound really good there, my friend. Over.
Well, thank you. Here again, it's 100 watts in a wire.
Copy that. I wouldn't change a thing there, sir. Yep, Dave, y'all got the same signal.
As we were talking today, well, both of us have been getting louder than quieter. We're trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, copy that. I really don't know what's going on, but Dave, you're doing a great job. I don't know who's all out there, over.
Well, so far, it's just the two of us and you now.
Thank you on the cool looking radios. Yeah.
About 10, 15 over.
Got a little collection. Most of them are halfway broken.
Kenwood is not very accurate, so I'm going by the sound of the signal.
Yeah, copy that, Dave. Please correct me. I'm running an old school TSA 30S. In the near future, I'm going to get a APK 4 or 5 kilowatt antenna tuner, kind of develop the outside of the perimeter and go from there, and buy a new rig. Running a TSA 30S, over.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the TSA 30. That's always been a beautiful sounding rig. I'm on a 440, which is probably maybe a little bit newer, but not necessarily.
Oh, it sounds really good, Dave. It's just doing a beautiful job for you, over.
Well, we thank you very much. I'm starting to get flowers growing around me here.
Copy that. Listen, I got to rescope the
You gotta say now.
configuration. Listen, I'll do it. It's not that big of a deal, but I'll get that going on. Listen, I'll take a standby. Mr. Dave, good to work you, man. All you guys sound really great here. Listen, I've been in the Amherst radio for almost 50 years, and I've never really worked 75 meters, so it's kind of a new different direction that I'm going, over.
Well, I understand that. I wasn't on it till, good grief, it must have been about 2016. I think it's when I first got on 75 meters, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it because there's a lot more capabilities.
Absolutely. I felt, honestly, David, intimidated. Just basically intimidated. I'm over 60 years old. I don't know who's out here playing and what the games are and stuff like that. I don't want to interrupt or mess with people, over.
Well, we were just out here right chewing, just like we usually do. We're on almost every night. Not all of us make it every night, but there's
usually 3 or 4 of us out here on a given evening between 7 and 8. We usually give it up somewhere between 8 and 8:15, and let's see, there's a minute comes on after us. Yeah, copy that. Something you guys are a boatload of fun to talk to and stuff like that. I'm the most simplest guy you'll ever meet. Nothing changes here but the days. So back over to yours. Okay. It sounds like I'm looking in the mirror. Okay, that's right. WB6, WCO in the great state of Alabama. Listen, you guys pick it up, and then I'll take a standby and check out. Over. Okay, good to hear you. Welcome to Cleaning Station. Thoroughly enjoy it. Thank you, sir. I'll be here. I'm just not going anywhere. Over. Okay, 73. 73, buddy. Kilo India 5. What was the suffix? Bravo Echo. I missed the first letter.
Juliet.
Juliet. Okay, the name? Okay, with the name? I'll try one more time. I got a lot of static crashes. Okay, Jerry, is that correct? Jerry, is that correct? Your name is Jerry? Okay, yeah, Jerry. Your signal's not bad. It's just we got storms up here and I got a lot of static crashes. I'm over here for 100 watts
How about 100 watt net, apparently?
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm up here in Little Rock, south of Little Rock, about 30 miles, and a little town called Sheridan, Arkansas, not too far. And I'm running 100 watts as well. Double bazooka.
Some kind of light.
45.
But it's just horrible on the radio.
Sure, Whiskey 5, Yankee, Tango, Tango. That's going to be 5
You can't see the screen anyway, so I might as well run it, I guess.
That's correct, and the name here is Clint, like Clint Eastwood. Nice to meet you. And nice to meet you, Gary. Yeah, you're welcome anytime. We just rack you, man. There's nothing special here. We just rack you. Another guy, Dave, he's about 8 miles from me. We're just sitting there talking, and another gentleman named Ted out of Alabama. Well, it's not a net. We just rack you here. That's all we're doing. Hey, Jerry. Hey, Jerry. I think it's Jerry. Yeah, Jerry, this is November 5, Papa, November Zulu. Over here, also, name is Dave. I used to live over there in Leonard, Texas, not very far from you, over.
All right, it's kind of messy in here, but
Used to belong to a club over there in Fannin County. That's quite a club over there, over.
I've got various radios up there. Nothing really important. I've got the ID 52, ID 4100, 6-meter amplifier. This is an ICOM IC 505, old 6-meter ordeal. A Kenwood TS 600, also a 6-meter radio. Oh, the Heath kit down here, that part is not lit up. I'm working on that one. It's an SB 400, old tube radio. Got the 705, the radio I'm currently on, IC 735. We got this Kenwood TS 130 SE manual tuner that's not working too well. A big mess of wires, a beacon transmitter. It's a Rycom receiver for VLF, GTX 5000 CB, FT 736R. It's got 2 meters, 220, and 70 centimeters in there. And here's another mess, 2-meter amplifier. Browning Golden Eagle Mark II. There's a Baofeng. And we've got Gaunset G50, 6-meter AM, 2-meter radio up there, IC22A, crystal control. We got a somewhat hi-fi receiver up there. We got a Motorola CDM 1550. And we've got a scanner. We got more of a mess. And up there we have a Kraco CB. We've got a Galaxy CB and an Anytone CB. And then that's all I've got right here in my operating station. I definitely have more, but there's such a mess in here I can't really show you. See, this is the angle I wish I could get on this, but then I'd have to hold the phone and we'd have shaky cameras and all that. So, and that's about it. At least in this operating position, that is. Hopefully we can set you back.
Well, we might have. I can't remember, but we might have. Well, I used to be pretty active on 75.8, and
Yeah, it's a little bit.
We might have, but anyway,
I probably got close to 100 handhelds and a couple more QRP radios that are set up in a pedestrian mobile backpack situation and things like that. There's somebody keyed up on 146.52.
I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. I'm right at about 360 watts. Let me turn it down. Oh, it ain't no problem.
He's turning it down on 80 meters.
Let it blow for a turn.
Oh, man.
I know, I'm just wanting to see how good I can get out. How's that signal?
KF24 SDE. Wondering if this radio's cutting through the fog.
KF0SDE, it sure is. This is KI5UCO, and you're live on YouTube.
Well, how about that? We're making it plumb down in Arkansas.
Hey, about 20 or 30 over with the preamp on, so say probably at least an S7 without it.
Alrighty. Just checking to make sure this thing still works in all conditions.
Well, it sure does. Good to hear from you, KI5UCO.
KF0SDE. We're going to sit back and listen.
Well, that was fun.
Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, you got a good signal up here, too. We're both having problems with static crashes, but between the two of us, 80 miles apart here, it doesn't really affect us. We don't talk to each other. No, I'm getting static crashes, too, though. Man, it rained all day today here, hard to, about 3 or 4 o'clock, over.
Yeah, it sure is.
We had some hard showers up here, but just light rain in between. But there was 2 or 3 very hard showers. The mark is just right to the rim. Oh yeah,
I'm going to try to jump in here on 80 meters whenever I get a
kind of on the side over there and got
get a chance.
So I'll be mowing over those ruts this summer over.
Even though I can't get a perfect tune on this thing.
They'll go down. Hey, Will. Go ahead. I'll tell you one better than that. I gotta say it kind of low so I don't want her to hear me. I put a inverted L up 460 meters on about 6 years ago. And I put a bunch of ground radios out, and eventually they'll work their way down the ground. Well, my wife didn't know it. She wanted to mow. So she went out there, and guess what happened? Oh, I can imagine. Ain't no more ground radios. You had a bunch of spoiled wire, didn't you? I did. It's all balled up, bro. I just threw it away. I didn't try to straighten that mess up. Imagine what what would happen to something like that. I haven't got any ground radio. I got dipoles and end-feds and stuff like that, you know, but if I tried to put it in there, I'd probably run over it myself, over.
Yeah, well, I was playing with 160 meters, and that inverted L, I always wanted to play with one of those antennas, and you got to have ground radio down for it to perform right. And it's a fun antenna, but it's a lot of trouble.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I might try to do one later, but right now I'm just going to go with what I got. I'd like to get an X-beam one of these days, but I hadn't got there yet.
Yeah, do you ever get on 160 meters?
You know, one time I was listening on it, but I think I heard a couple, stations on there, but that's about it. I don't have an antenna for that yet.
Yeah, that's what I had that inverted L up for. It's a fun band. It's similar to this. It's a little bit different. Those guys down there, they're close to the AM broadcast band, and they kind of reminds me of that a little bit down there. But it's a fun band too. But it's noisy. In the summertime, you just about forget it.
One of these days I'll try to get something up, but if I put an end-fed or a dipole up, that'd be awful long, wouldn't it?
Yeah, probably so. Let me think about that a minute. I'm trying to think how many feet that is. I've forgotten now how many feet it is for 160.
Too many. Vertical would be better.
130. Yeah, I think you're right. It's long.
Inverted L or just a vertical, even a shortened vertical, is the way to go on 160 meters and 630 meters, and even 80 really, due to the ground losses and all that. Because you're going to be NVIS anyway. So. The only way to combat being NVIS is to use a vertical. Inverted L works okay. It's easy when you can't go up vertical too much.
And neighbor cut the tree down. I don't have anything to mount it in anymore.
Yeah, I imagine that would be the end of it. I was asking Clint, did you work for Entergy?
Yeah, Roger on the good bit of noise. It's just the storms more than likely.
Yeah, I was an instrument tech.
Yeah, I don't have the noise blinker on. I don't have a preamp on or AGC. It's all turned off. So if you're using mine as reference, noise blinker I can run right now, but earlier I was too close to other stations that are bringing them in. I like to turn this attenuator off and turn the preamp on at the same time.
The protection control part of it. I did the plants too.
Seems counterintuitive, but
going in and I even in the neutral plant over there, which I don't like going to, but that's kind of what I did.
see, hardly any
I know
noise.
what you did, but like the protection for the generator and stuff, they always brought somebody in to set those relays up, over.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I work part-time for a little contractor now. I've had to do a little bit of that last year, as a matter of fact.
So after they quit talking, notice there'll be a lot less noise.
Baseball, but I said, nah, I think I'll pass.
Yeah,
nothing but signals. I do it that way almost exclusively. I never run AGC, especially on AM. Yeah, I don't run AGC ever. So.
They're going to let me work in the shop, just calibrating instruments that they bring in. They're going to do a turnaround, you shut it down, maintenance on it, and it's okay, but it's, I don't know, I just about burn out on that stuff.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, I worked in one refinery since I've been with this little part-time company I work for, but they're not part-time, but I was. Then in Lake Charles, so I think it was Shell, it was a refinery, and
yeah, Ryan, I don't know if that's
it's too much stress. I don't need
exclusive to my radio,
but not anymore.
I don't know. Seems kind of stupid to run an attenuator and a preamp.
That's me, it's not
It works pretty good on this Icon.
Getting up, going to work, is having to get over there and get a motel room, and then, hunt around for a good one, Up there, there's not a lot of motels. I worked up there before, and the plant's okay. The people are okay. It's just I don't know. There's not a lot to do, but you know, if you're working 10, 12 hours a day, I don't guess it matters much. Yeah, I know what you mean about the out-of-town stay. That's the biggest thing. You hit it on the head right there. That's what I don't like, and that's one reason I didn't want to do that up there at Baseball.
He's 20 over with 100 watts.
Not into that.
That's pretty good.
I really have to work for Henry because most times I stayed in my area and I was home every night.
That's with the attenuator on.
Man, I ain't much into sleeping in hotels.
I think this guy's in Little Rock, so that's not too far.
Yeah, seemed like I spent half my life in those things because I never worked anywhere but on the road because here in Dwight there's nowhere to work, you know. If you do that kind of work, if you're logger or something like that, there's a lot of work, but for what that, I did, you just had to travel, which I didn't mind it. I worked overseas a lot too and had a little, a lot of fun traveling around, but, I'm kind of getting old now. Kind of want to stay home. Yeah, I'm feeling you, man. I know what you're saying. Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. But the type of work you do, that's good work though. I enjoy it. I enjoy the work. I still do. I get called all the time now. My son works for Energy. He's actually a relay tech there. It's the same thing I used to do. And he calls me all the time, bounce stuff off of me. And some of the guys I used to work with will call me, and I still kind of keep in touch with them. Yeah, I worked down in Evadale, Texas back in May last year for a week. It was 7/12 for a week. And they paid me good, and
Yeah, me too.
money and not all of it. I took some of it, bought some ham radio gear with it over.
It also gets rid of weak stations too, so I don't know. You kind of got to balance it sometimes.
Really do some good.
These guys aren't weak enough that I'm going to lose them.
Thinking about it, but
Well, 40 and 80 meters, that's how I run it. Attenuator with a preamp.
I think it's about like the 1st of March. That's when I went up there last year. I think the first weekend in March or something over. That's about the best one in Arkansas now, isn't it? Used to, Little Rock used to have one of the better ones. That ship sailed a long time ago. Yeah, it was pretty good. I only been up there once. I hadn't been a ham that long, but I went to the one in Mina. That was pretty good. Yeah, that's about the only. See, I think. Oh yeah, I went to a little bitty one down in New Boston, Texas, but it was pretty good. I managed to spend a whole lot of money down there in New Boston. I guess that's the only trade I've been to. Yeah. I've been in the ham since, I guess, 2001 or something like that. My boys were little and they would eat. I said, why don't you just do ham radio? So I got my license with them. We all three did.
Yeah, I think we're listening on the same band, yeah.
And they're both active.
Comparing receivers like that.
They're active now on ham radio. They got antennas up and one son got a tower up. They just never talked to them.
Well, if you're looking to get one, definitely look out for, well, what these guys are talking about, Hamfest and eBay. eBay's a gamble, which most Hamfest are too. Or you could spend a whole bunch of money for a brand new one and know it works, but, you get what you pay for. This particular radio is under $200, but it has problems, so.
You guys go ahead. No problem. I just have to get going. Roger. I understand. November 5, Papa November Zulu from Kilo Juliet 5. That's Total X-Ray Juliet. 73. It's been a pleasure. 73. Glad to meet you. Yeah, we get in here, or we try to, and there'll be a mixture of us, about 5 or 6 people, about every night at 7 o'clock. We try to, so I might not be here tomorrow night, might be a couple other guys, but we're all the same group. It's not a net, it's just, we just meet here and just talk, rack you, that's it. Yeah, well, I never discovered y'all till now. I just now was flipping
extension pack thing is important. I've found that if you get what they call a mini whip antenna, if you're familiar, then you can turn on a bias T on your SDR software, which will send voltage down the coax and power that antenna, and I'm able to receive HF with my regular SDR. So you might try that.
Lately, I hadn't been on the Razorback net, but I used to always pretty faithful check in there, but it's been a while. Yeah, Roger. Well, I hadn't been a ham but about a year now, so I'm still checking.
I wish I could get that angle.
Because, when you first start, you don't really know what to say anyway. So you can check on those nets and just check in and get right back off. You don't have to say much, so you can't mess up there as much. Over? Oh, yeah, I've been there. I know exactly what you're saying. But as you can see here, it's pretty laid back. Let's do it. Yeah, you're coming in about 25, 30 over there that last time. Yeah, I turned that.
I know. I've ordered one of them selfie sticks with the built-in tripod, but it's not here yet. Yeah, I don't want to want to have a shaky camera, but I would much prefer a better angle than whatever this is. This angle kind of sucks.
She's going to start going to Hot Springs next month, but I took her yesterday, and I went to Best Buy while she was waiting and bought me a pair of headphones, and I got my headphones on, and man, I can hear a lot better now with these headphones on. Oh, man, yeah, headphones make a big difference. I got set here. I don't need them with you because you're strong, but, yeah, the headphones do make a difference. If I got a rural light station, I put those headphones on, I definitely hear them a lot better. Yeah, that's where they come in handy, is a light station. You can hear a light station where you can't hear them without those headphones. I just discovered this, over. Oh, yeah, it's a good deal, man. What kind of radio you running? I got an ICOM 7300.
With an in-fed wine. Stereotypical station there.
I found a guy I've only had a couple weeks ago.
I heard about that Hamfest in Ozark. I did miss it. I always mean to go to those things, but I never make it. I've only been to one Hamfest in Mountain Home, Arkansas.
We talked about it, so I just drove down there and bought it off of him because, it's hard to get a Mercury.
Yeah, that's a big problem too. Money.
Doing a good job.
It doesn't fall from the sky.
Man, you can't beat that radio for the money. It's a ICOM come out with a good radio for the money. You can't beat it. Yeah, I really like it. First I bought a Yaesu 990 at Hamfest because I didn't know what I was getting into. I didn't have a clue. So I just bought something and it was cheap, and man, I think it worked good though. Worked good for a long time. Then all of a sudden, it just quit on me. Started blinking. So all the lights, LEDs, everything just sit there and blink, and so I said, well, it's pretty old, so by the time I got it fixed and everything, I just went down and bought I was going to go to the main trading company down there, but they didn't have any, so I just drove on down.
March 8th. Have to keep that in mind. Probably still won't have any money.
Because I heard a lot about them, everybody's got one. You can get
Roger on the setting a reminder.
It's a good radio. Yeah, it is. And the audio sounds out of the box, man. The audio sounds good on them. They're just, like I said, you can't beat them for the money. And I've got another HS. I got a Flex up here, 6300 that I run. It's actually, if I really want to get serious, I'll run it. It's just almost like running a piece of test equipment, man. The software on them it's really, it runs off the computer, but I like it because I can see so much of the band. I can see a lot more and see what's going on. I don't know if you've ever messed with the Flex or not. It's similar to this. It's an SDR radio, but the display on it is so much better because it's on the whole computer screen.
2 reminders, huh?
That guy I bought this.
I'm going to have to carpool with one of you then.
And he was showing me how to work the amplifier and everything. And I went down to his house to pick it up, and he turned his Flex on, and I got to look at that computer. Yeah, it's pretty nice. That
Those
digital
flexes
radio.
are fantastic
Yeah, they are. But anyway,
looking
I mean, they're
radios
real-
and
they're real
fantastic
well.
sounding too, but
Sometimes I'll run it here,
not,
but I just-
it's very
I just
involved,
came in
we'll put
late,
it that way.
it's easy to turn
Those
this
guys
on,
spend
turn the computer
hours
on,
setting up
turn
the audio and all
power on
that.
there.
It's
Well,
almost
I
too
could
much.
get lost on one of those flexes probably pretty easy. It took me a while to figure out how to work it. You know, I didn't know what they were talking about, half of that stuff. And finally it dawned on me, you know, a little at a time, and I started figuring out what was going on. But at first I didn't have any idea. I just turned it on and hoped for the best. Yeah, you're right. You just pick it up a little as you play with it. Exactly. I did the same thing you're doing. Same thing. But you got a little technical background. You won't have no problem. But the Flex, I'm going to be honest with you, the Flex to me is actually easier to operate than this ICOM is. It really is. It's more user-friendly to me. Now, the ICOM is not bad. I mean,
I'm going to have to disagree.
I've got 9700 2-meter sitting over here, VHF, UHF radio, and it's I call it the sister to the, or the brother to this ICOM 7300. Look identical, except they're two different bands, but they work very similar. Once you learn one, it'll about the same way.
Same thing with the 705
Yeah, Roger. I don't have a VHF.
and the
And all that
ID50.
UHF radio. Well, I got a little handy talkie, you know.
All
I go
that
to Hot
stuff.
Springs, I can get on the
Same thing with
repeater at Hot
Yaesu.
Springs,
You
but
learn a
there's no
Yaesu, you've learned them
repeaters
all.
around
They
here,
change a
so,
little bit, but
you know, I can't get
if you
on
buy them in the
any
same,
repeaters over here, so
you know,
I
10
haven't
years
with it yet.
span,
So,
then
you know,
you'll be
I
pretty
just
set
haven't
up to
been
go.
doing it long enough to get into everything. I'm barely getting on the HF and doing what I'm doing. Yeah, and man, you can tie as much money up in this stuff as you want to. you probably already found that out. But I've been doing it a long time. But I don't do repeaters. We do simplex, talk around local simplex and stuff. Matter of fact, if you don't have up anything.
Now the FTDX10, that's
we could probably
that's
talk
the
about it
nicer,
outside that
quote
too,
unquote,
but anyway, it's
base
like everything,
radio.
man. It's
Yeah,
how
the
much money you
FX1,
want
that's
out
the
of this, man.
QRP thing.
I've had a friend of mine, he fishes, he ties his money up in his bass boat. Yeah, Roger. I have a couple motorcycles, and I just gotta start selling them off. I'm just getting kind of getting too wobbly, I guess.
I haven't listened on 447 150. I think I'm a little too far away with my current antenna setups to reach out there on 70 centimeters. Get over there pretty good on 2 meters though.
I can't hardly pick it up.
Maybe that
Yeah, my son's got one.
is a linked repeater or something like that.
But he's 37 years old. I ain't old. He's a grown man, but I worry about him a little bit on it. But he told me about the falling over. He said, man, once that thing starts going over, he said it's hard to get it back. Yeah, and mine's a big dresser, you know, with a trunk and all on it, and that makes it even worse. Just makes it hard to get going. But if somebody comes by, you know, I can get them to help me. But that's about it now. I got a gold wing too. I can pick it up. It's kind of bottom heavy. It'll kind of flip on over. But that Harley, man,
Yeah, I can't get out your way on 70 centimeters very easily. I can get back. I've checked into my GMRS repeater from up in that area, but I can't get out there.
We get in here starting about 7. Like I said, it might not be the same people every time. Most time Dave's on here, and lately I hadn't been, but I've been sick the last month, man. I'm finally getting over it, but there's guys get in. We usually go 7 to 8. We try to get off. I think I'm a little late.
Well, that's
we try to
cool.
get off a
Little rare
just 'cause
DX
they
then
gotta have
for
a
you.
bed, so I think I'm late. But anyway, you're welcome back anytime. Say again?
This is Jerry. I've been listening to y'all. I listening to you. I didn't get Kilo Juliet call sign.
Hey, Jerry. Will, can you hear Jerry? Yeah, barely, but my call sign, Jerry, is Kilo Juliet 5 Echo X-Ray Juliet.
That's a Kilo Juliet 5 Echo X-Ray Juliet.
Roger, and give me your call sign.
Yeah, me neither. I don't actually have very many Missouri repeaters programmed in. They have a fantastic 220 repeater, at least they did, that I could get in from out here. And so, a lot of their 2-meter stuff, like Highlandville and even some stuff in Springfield, I can get into. Guy talking now is pretty weak.
Okay, I heard most of that. Can you relay for me before Will? I didn't get it all either. Come back again, Jerry.
I did had HS for about 2 weeks now, and so I thought I'll get me an amplifier.
Bet that's how I'm gonna sound if I ever check in with him. 'Cause I can't get better than 2 to 1 standing wave. Not that that matters too much,
Been on
but
HF about 2
still.
weeks, and he's wanting to get him an amplifier, but it was a good thing he was laying down when he saw how much they cost. Over. Yeah, they're not cheap, that's for sure. It ain't nothing but it's always cheap. But on here, to be honest with you, at this time of year, usually it's not this noisy. It's because of storms. In the summertime, you just about got to have an amp. It's hard to talk because the crashes. In the wintertime, you can get by without it, but it's nice, kind of an exception because of the storms. Look, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I've been way past what we normally get on there. I hope those other people aren't mad because they usually have a net, but I'm going to get on out. And Will and Jerry, both of y'all, y'all come back anytime, and we start about 7. And y'all have a good evening and a good day tomorrow. This is Whiskey 5 Yankee Tango Tango. Whiskey 5 Yankee Tango Tango and Kilo India 5 Juliet Bravo Echo. This is Kilo Juliet 5 Echo X-ray set. Echo X-ray Juliet 73. Been a pleasure. 73. Contact. Go ahead, contact.
Yes, sir. Could you help me out? This is Kilo 4, Oscar Lima Hotel. Just a second there. Tell me if you hear any RF on my signal.
I heard none. Now, I got a lot of crashes, brother, but what I could hear, I did not hear any
Man,
RF.
that's pretty good for 70 centimeters.
I bought a new mic for my boom mic. Now I'm on my hand mic, so that explains that. I bought a Heil cable. So, hey, I appreciate it. Thanks again. K4 Oilex down here in High Falls, Georgia. Good evening.
All right, brother. Yeah, the Hall cable is definitely worth it. That's what you're saying.
Well, I don't know what it is, but that's undoubtedly that's my problem.
Yeah.
Other than so the hand mic works fine. All right, 73. Thanks again. K4 Oilex.
I'm almost disappointed I'm not going to get to check in there. Those guys seem nice. I'll try anyway. Kilo India 5 uniform and Charlie Oscar. Nothing. Kilo India 5 uniform and Charlie Oscar. Man. Sounds like we're going to have to find something else to listen to. I was enjoying that, which is rare for 80 meters. Stupid VFO's going the wrong way.
And I'm on the hand mic now, over.
It sounds like a hand like that. No, I don't see any RF.
Well, yeah, that explains it. Alright, so I got a bad cable.
Hey, that's the same good.
Catch you later. Thanks again. And y'all have a good night. K4, Oilex.
You're down there. Yeah, we got a bunch of rain up here tonight, so 73.
73 here. We got it coming tonight. It's late tonight. It'll be here tomorrow morning again. Y'all have a
We've
good
had
night.
over 3 inches
We
so
did
far here.
We're 60 degrees right now, so it's a beautiful
Yep,
night.
just missed you.
Say temperature was? What'd you say your temperature was?
61.
Okay. I don't know what we are. It's probably 50 something.
Yeah, I'm wore short sleeve shirt all day. What radio you running? What mic you get?
I'm still running the SC991. I was playing with it. I'm not on my icon, but I'm just trying to set this one up. I got a mic coming, 4781, and I bought a boom, going to put that mic up on the moon. And I was running a Shure 58, and it just went 250.
Yeah, what kind of how mic did you get?
Oh, I ain't got it. It'll be here tomorrow. 781.
Yeah, it's going to be a little hot now when you use it.
Oh, I know. But now I gotta buy another cable,
Well, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Try it first.
Well, it didn't work with my Shure 5.8, so I figure it's in the mic cable.
Hey, you never know till you try it. You never know till you try it.
I give it a whirl, appreciate it. 7-3, K4,
7-3.
Shall we try? KI5 UCO.
85, use something there. Try it again.
Kilo India 5 Uniform Charlie Oscar.
Okay, that's that time, KO4 DBO. I'm located in Hopkinsville, Texas. You must be a Texas station.
Arkansas Station QSL.
Okay, all right. Well, you're not far of it. I'm located in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. We're in western Kentucky, about 70 miles northwest of Nashville.
Well, fine business on that. Yep, I just decided I'd hook up the inverted L for 630 meters, try to tune it up on 80 and see how it goes. Running 100 watts and the IC735 by ICOM, and that's about all I've got going on here.
It's working fine. Whereabouts in Arkansas are you?
Around about Everton. It's pretty close to Harrison if you're familiar.
Know where Harrison is? Sure do. Yep. Nice country up there.
Yeah, I've traveled to a lot of the United States, and I think that portion of Arkansas is the most beautiful I've ever seen. Southern Missouri and northwest Arkansas.
Dead years ago up there. Harrison Mountain Home and Calico Rock. And, yeah, Pleasant. We know it well.
Well, fine business on that. Yeah, I don't know what you guys have going on here, but I won't hold it too long. I was just trying to make sure I was getting out, so appreciate you coming back. This is Kilo India 5 Uniform Charlie Oscar.
You didn't get your name there.
The name is Sean, Sierra Echo Alpha November.
Okay, Sean, name here is Jim. Shoot that Indian mic. Like to say that we get the we're usually more in here for just a rat chewing's all it is. Don't talk about nothing. Something too.
Well, fine business. That's my favorite. I don't really like the formality. I just kind of like to get on here and talk.
Good to talk to you. Join us any night in here. Usually always comes in here about 8:30. We have a bunch down in Alabama and Georgia before us, and then we kind of came there and take over. And I get off here in about 10 minutes, and I have to get up at 4:30 and get on the bus. But usually there's several guys in here. But you're sounding good.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Good to talk to you, and we'll catch you after a while. 7-3 from Kilo India 5 Uniform Charlie Oscar.
79 Q&A 50.
Before DVO. You know my friend Les down there, KPLD. He probably can't hear me. 77 RY, Ozark. I bet he got on off.
If you're talking about me, I can hear all of you. The KI5 UCO.
We'll get him there.
Yeah, whoever was calling there, this is Kilo India 5 Uniform Charlie Oscar, Everton, Arkansas. Name is Sean, Sierra Echo Alpha November.
You know my friend Wes, K5LG?
Yeah, he is basically my neighbor. He lives right down the road.
Yeah, I remember if you're in Everton, it's not very far. It's not very big.
No, he's probably only about 2 or 3 wavelengths on this frequency. I guess he didn't have anything to say. Couldn't hear me. I don't know what happened. They disappeared. It's magic.
Well, I'll be right back and we'll give me something to drink. Good night, Cutie. Hold back, Steve. I won't be here long. We'll be right here for me. XL. Hey, Jim. Let's jump in here and keep you company for a few minutes. Good evening, Doug. You sounding good?
Check out what's going on 40 meters, shall we? Switch to 40. Turn that off. Scroll all the way down. Now we're in familiar country. Oh yeah, it's a healthy noise right there. Yeah, 1.5 to 1 is pretty good. We'll take it. Oh yeah. Well, we got whatever that was.
Charlie Papa take with you or you coffee is over. I've got you really right about 5-3 that we got rid of the QRM.
Okay, Eddie, fine business. I got
This is where my antenna starts to shine. This inverted out.
Tonight, over.
Because it's directional here. 20 meters, it's directional up. And then 10 meters, it gets back directional out again.
Roger, Abel, thanks for coming in again tonight. I didn't hear you too well last night on the normal frequency, but hey, we've got you in here tonight. And
Thanks for coming in. Over. Yeah, just wanted to get the early check-in on, and not my bedtime, but I wanted to drop in and say hi.
Hey, that's where I am.
And available on the radio at night, so I figured I'd give it a shot.
okay, Eddie.
Thanks for being there.
I'm having trouble tuning it.
What Charlie Papa Tango Eddie and Iowa? How about November 3, Oscar
Sierra India, Jimmy, are you copying over?
Turn off that noise blanket.
I'm not sure whether that's you in there or not, Jimmy. November 3, Oscar Sierra India. Give me a few Rogers if that's you, over.
Roger.
Not hearing Jimmy at this time. And this is Victor Alpha 7, Juliet Sierra Foxtrot, stroke Whiskey 4 with the YL system, 40 meter West Coast session. Kilo 7 Delta Charlie Echo. Doug, any copy tonight?
At the YL system. With no YLs.
Okay, I think you're in there, Doug. Somebody doubled with you, but we got you on the log, Doug. Thank you very much. Who was the other station trying to check it?
Come on.
Kilo 4, Golf Victor Hotel. Robert, good evening. Nice to hear you in there, Robert.
All right. Well, we'll catch you later. Thanks for joining us. And we'll catch you later.
I don't know where you're located, but you are 5'9" in Toledo, Virginia, REVA, about 60 miles, south of Washington, D.C., a little town here called Culpeper, Virginia. And I'm running a KOTS 690 here, doing about 100 watts. And I got a hospital bed dipole to the top of the tree, about 70 feet. And I'm doing about 100 watts. I got the mic on the MC60 on a map shape room, and I don't want to put that back. Other than that, I don't know where you're located. This is Game Hall Golf, this is the hotel. It's 4TVH, I can go on a wild system there where you're located.
Okay, Robert, fine business. And I think I've talked with you before, but I think it was another call that you were...
Yeah, I think I want to check into the YL systems.
Right above my noise. Whiskey Bravo 2, Whiskey Kilo Juliet, Stroke 4, Palm Coast, Florida.
That's the Roger, I got it that time.
Hey, very good. You're at S5. You're right above my noise level.
You're giving me a solid 5'9".
Yeah, very good. I'm running, let's see, the high 400s in wattage, and the antenna is, I just put it up, an end fed halfway for 40 meters, so it's vertical. It goes straight up one of those skinny tall pine trees that are down here. The bellend box is a couple feet off the ground, and I have 60 some odd foot counterpoise on it. Maybe it's 70 foot, I don't know what it is. A random piece of wire, long.
It's too much counterpoise. It's working, but that's too much counterpoise.
Okay, very good, very good. Mine's a half waver, so it's a resonant job. So far so good. I can hear you. Anybody else here? Jump in.
Dude went down to zero. Oh man, oh man.
Yeah, KQ4 Quebec is November Mike I have.
Okay, this is Larry. It's Sevilleville, Tennessee. Correct. Are you for
Do you want to be put in for the constant? not want to be a bitch. The snore, that's all they do, snore. No, Selby, not this them better. No. That oil in mine. You talking about Barry? You see how quick in jar reverse? Yeah, that's what Barry know. Alright, Selby. Enjoy the bed and remember my health. When it's wet.
Oh, take that one.
Next year, one of the things that we woke up to church and the one I look forward to. The founding members of the next year was a matter of courtesy, good moment, and safety, but mostly tradition. We should take a few short seconds and call for emergency traffic only. Come now, this is MC4L and a hole in the walnut. Alright, nothing being heard, then we shall now possess the calling from mobile and or portable operating stations. Joe, we already got you in there. If you want to come back, come on in now. Alrighty, no answers to that one, so we shall now go to calling for regular check-ins. Come on in. K4 OLH. DLS. K4 OLH is the other station? K3 VLS. Got K3 VLS.
What are you doing following me, Ryan?
No, I guess not. K4 OLH, come on in, Dave. Yeah, I was the contact. Anyway, hey, Mel, I changed something around. I'm going to make sure I don't have any RF, so please listen for RF. Do you see any RF on my signal K4 or OLH back to that? No, I don't hear anything.
It's him again.
Clear.
Hey, I was scrolling left too.
A high cable. And now I got RF.
I've heard this guy 3 times now.
I switched back over to the
On 2 different bands.
So that just tells me one thing.
They just don't believe he doesn't have RF.
Walter, what do you think? You hear any RF on it? I was showing up at the computer. Come back with a quick count to KE Corner TG. Hey, Walter, how you doing tonight? I hope everything's good with you, man, and don't break the computer. Roger that. You are coming in beautifully. You are, your audio is outstanding, and you're about, I think 5 to 10 units over S9. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just running my little 400-watt mobile amp. All right, fellas.
400-watt mobile amp, he said.
And I won't keep you. I hope all y'all have a great weekend coming up, and hey, we'll talk to y'all later. Sydney Breeze from K4 OLH up here in beautiful downtown iPhone. iPhone, George. Okay, we got you in there. Good hearing you, David, and yeah, it's working really good. K3 VLS, come on in. We got Walter in here. We got Professor in here. Come on in. How you doing there, Mark?
K3 VLS here from Media, PA. Everybody's hometown. We're at 34 degrees. Pretty decent day today. Hello, Walter. Hello, Professor Joe from Puerto Vallarta. I heard that. And David from High Hollow, Georgia. So everything's good here, man. No complaints. Back to you.
I heard you say it's 34 degrees, but I have
Yeah, it's everybody's dream, I reckon.
In the interim. Good to hear you tonight.
I don't know how I feel about amplifier. Necessary at some point.
Looks like it's DEI all over the place.
But that's just because I normally run QRP.
Anyway, let me let Walter say hello to you.
I'd be happy with 100 watts.
Yeah, someone's tuning up there. Good evening, Marky Mark.
I blew up my little Chinese amplifier the other day, I guess. It's a dead short on the transistors, so I'll have to pull those out and see if the transistors blew up or if it's something else. Yeah, finally. Yeah, during the summertime, if you're doing like 80 meters or something like that, then, well, like that one guy was saying, it's almost necessary.
You have a safe trip, and
yeah, I don't know.
We'll see you down there. You're sounding good.
I like a challenge for sure. Be nice to have an amplifier in the shack, to not have a challenge, but
okay, by the way,
generally speaking, I like the challenge. That's why I operate QRP.
They're wrong 50%
But
of the
100
time
watts is
anyway.
QRP on
Yeah,
80
am I
meters,
right?
it would appear.
No, you mean rain in Orlando? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yesterday I looked at the report.
I've seen videos of people running 1500 watts out in the field doing a POTA
I
activation.
wouldn't put any
It's just
money on that.
crazy, crazy fantastic.
I missed that.
I say they're weather guessers. They don't know what's happening.
All right, I'm now I dropped connection. Let me check the band plan here. 175. So the answer is almost nothing going on 40 meters that I can hear. How about 20 in the middle of the night? How about that? We'll try it. Make sure I'm in my license 225. Yeah, we're above it. Give her a tune. It's gonna be ugly. Well, that was actually pretty easy to tune. All right. Same 20 meters is not open. FT8 is. Maybe this antenna will switch to something else. But yeah, I don't think it's open. No. Nope. Not a thing. See what 10 got going on. I'm getting tired of spinning this broken encoder. There was something. I wonder what that is. Probably just some local noise or something. Go down here. Once again, a lovely noise. That's under 2. What in the world is going on with that thing? Here must be. Messing up or something. we're using a pedal as a straight key. It doesn't work very well. That seemed to work okay. So must be the connection to my straight key here. Intermittent or something. Yeah, 216, 218, somewhere in there, yeah. Wonder why this thing is. Yeah, this thing's a little off frequency. Well, how strong is it out there? That'll work. Weak. Yeah, I almost have a 3-to-1 standing wave, so that's understandable. And it doesn't seem to want to tune much better than that. Ooh, I saw a dip there somewhere. No, not wanting to tune. Don't know what's going on with my CW key. Oh well. We will abandon all hope of that. We'll try 160 again. Go to direct. If I hear something worth tuning for, I'll tune for it. Hey, that's where I'm hearing them too.
You know, and I don't know how everything works.
I don't know about your noise floor, but mine is about S5, so. Yeah, S6, S7.
Because, you know, well, my grandfather, I suppose, back in 45 years old, in the 40s, would have been ground safety. And my brother was, my uncle was Martin Murphy.
Wow. Yeah, I'll give it an S1. That's with the attenuator. Let me get away from him. If I turn on the AGC, yeah, it's about 1 or 2 when the static isn't crashing. Of course, with the AGC off, everything is slower. So.
Yeah, I know it's, I don't know, there was actually, you know, more involved in.
I like to listen to 160 most of the time with an outer resonant antenna because there's a whole lot less noise. You get a full length radiator and it gets noisier. Most of these people serious about 160 use beverage antennas or loops on ground and pennants and yeah. Well, you're cheating with digital noise reduction. I ain't got anything like that. It's questionable whether my noise blinker even works. I can turn on. I don't even know how to do it. Yeah, I got a passband tuning. My noise blinker is not the same as yours, I don't think. I think your noise blinker is actually, I don't know what you would think when you say noise blinker. Mine is just for like electric fences and ignition in cars and things. Old school mechanical noise blinker. Somebody on 2 meters. Real weak, but they're there. Kilowatt Tango 5 Oscar Tango Kilo India 5 Uniform Charlie Oscar. Can you copy? didn't copy most of that. I did not copy most of that. You're a 5 and 2, 5 and 2, a 5 and 2 with a preamp, 5 and 2 with a preamp. Light copy out here, conditions may change, but I did hear you in there. Kilo India 5 Uniform Charlie Oscar, Sean in Everton, Arkansas. QSL. There you go. I don't have to look back in the footage and see what I said as far as what his call sign is, but
I went up and down a little bit, and I didn't hear
he did hear me. He said S1. Probably didn't show up on video. But I could probably pull him out with headphones, maybe. The van's opening. There are people in there. I guess the band's kind of coming up. If anybody wants to check the VHF propagation map, it might be turning color. Just remember how to turn all this junk off. There we go. Simplex. think that's the one that don't hardly work. Somehow I'm in CW. Oh, because I pressed that button. Come on. Oh, come on. I want this button to work. Close enough. Kilo India 5, Uniform Charlie Oscar. 144, 200. Kilo India 5, Uniform Charlie Oscar. KI5, UCO 144, 200. I'm coming out of my speaker above me. I think this thing's a little off frequency too. Kilo India 5, Uniform Charlie Oscar. KI5, UCO 144, 200 or thereabouts. Kilo India 5, Uniform Charlie Oscar. What in the world was that? Kilo India 5, Uniform Charlie Oscar. KI5, UCO. Kilo India 5, Uniform Charlie Oscar 144, 200 or somewhere thereabouts. Kilo India 5, Uniform Charlie Oscar, standing by. I'm going to off, we'll stop that. Kilo India 5, Uniform Charlie Oscar, KI5, UCO 144, 200. Kilo India 5, Uniform Charlie Oscar, standing by. There it was again. What in the world was that? Kilo India 5, Uniform Charlie Oscar. KI5, UCO 144, 200. Kilo India 5, Uniform Charlie Oscar. KI5, UCO calling CQ, 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 and standing by. I don't reckon I'm going to have any luck.
Foxtrot 0 SDE, Sahara Delta Echo. Monitoring.
KI5 UCO. I believe the band is about to open up.
I don't know about that, but you're awful strong up here.
Fantastic on that. Yeah, I had to turn the drive down a little bit. I was overdriving the amplifier. I was just on sideband giving her a shot. But yeah, I heard some distant stations out there. Sounded like the band was opening, but then I don't know. I got the squelch down low though.
I love listening to you talk. I have no idea what you're talking about because I've just started this stuff, but I like it.
Well, fantastic. Well, hopefully feeding you the right information if I'm feeding information at all. So it's a bunch of fun, all of it. Sure is.
Yeah, it just amazes me that I can get on a radio and talk across quite a ways. It's kind of neat.
Oh yeah, especially on HF or the likes. Oh man, talk about it. But I'm almost more impressed whenever you talk long ways on, frequencies like this. It's kind of more of a challenge.
Yeah, I reckon. I've got a buddy of mine that talks on that, 10, I think, 10 meter. He's talking all over the world, I think, on that thing, on like 80 watts.
Yeah, it don't take much. I often talk all over the world on as low as 5, but of course you got to have patience whenever it comes to that. So, yeah, more power, the better, but I like the challenge of not having any. even down to a few milliwatts, just to see what she'll do.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've watched it. It's pretty neat to see what you've done with that backpack on your back and talking all over the place.
I always forget that you've been watching that. But yeah, it's kind of ridiculous, really, when it comes right down to it. But it is a bunch of fun. It's made it upgrading to general, made it worth it. That and doing a whole bunch of other crazy stuff. I just don't like the conventional things. Not really. I don't even really like talking. I just like building the stuff. But you got to talk at the end of the day, or else what'd you build it for?
Yes, sir. I'm the same way. I ain't much of a talker, but I like to listen to it, and I like to know that I can get out there and talk to somebody if I need to.
Oh yeah, it's working fantastic. I do still have a preamp on. I'll go ahead and flip it off to where even if you're not watching the live stream, you can come back later and check it out. It'll be at the 2 hour and 51 minute mark to see a true signal report. Yeah, about 20 over with the preamp, so I'm going to give you at least a S8 or S9.
Okie doke. Roger that. Just seeing what this will do. I'm glad you talk to me once in a while. Like I say, I'm new to it, so don't know really what's going on.
Well, it is a whole bunch of fun. Yeah, I lied to you. You're about an S2 without the preamp on. I thought this was like a 60 dB preamp, but apparently it's a little more than that. But yeah, I mean, if this is your kind of intro to radio and all that, you're doing a fine job to make it that far, because there's nothing on this end. This 2 meter antenna is up no higher than probably 15 feet. So So whatever you've done over there is making the trip.
Roger that, roger that. I've just got I don't even know what it is. I got an antenna up on top of the house. Brother-in-law bought it for me, bought the radio for me for a Christmas present one time, and I finally decided to start using this stuff.
Well, there you go. Just don't get addicted like me. And you'll have a whole room of radios and I don't know, dedicate way too much time to it. I know I do.
Well, I don't have a whole lot of time to dedicate to it, but I've already wasted a whole lot of money, I think.
That's part of it. N0WSD.
Indeed. N0 WSD. You got a strong signal out here in the great state of Arkansas. Everton. Name here is Sean, KI5 UCO.
Yes, sir. Just spoke with you a little bit ago when you was running the net.
Yeah, well, I got rid of that noise, and I guess conditions came up loud and proud now.
Doug, I thought you were going to bed.
I need to, but I've got a goat out here having a baby. I gotta go check on it again.
Oh, that ought to be fun. Better keep the coyotes away.
Well, I got a couple dogs that keep everything away.
There you go. Hey, Doug, you say you work up there at the county barn?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I do. I think I might know you. I'm not sure.
Seems like I know the name, but I can't place you. My brother used to have an RV shop here up on top of Mount Branson. Right next to the county barn up there on top of Mount Branson there.
Yes, sir. A few years back, I had a muffler shop right up there by that. BB Muffler.
Yeah, right there on the corner of St. Street, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm sure I probably ran into you a couple times there because we've always bringing stuff down that way.
Yep, can't hardly keep a muffler on a car.
Around here, you can't keep a catalytic converter on them.
That ain't right. Crackhead needs a way to make a living, too.
I had my old Ford pickup parked up there at my brother's shop, had the transmission out. Came in to work one day and looked over at the trailer it was sitting on, and somebody ripped the boards off the trailer to get to my catalytic converter. And the idiot cut off my muffler.
Yep, they'll work way harder to make nothing than they will to go to work. That's crazy, isn't it?
Looking for putting out the money for the new pipe that I had to buy in place of the muffler. I mean, I like the sound of it without the muffler, so it worked out. I mean, it was one of the old straight 6.3
Well,
on that Ford pickup.
Fellas, I'm gonna end this live stream. Phone's about dead. So, thanks for
Well, that's good. At least it's still
thanks for watching and check it in.
pad on it.
All that. This is KI5 UCO. We'll catch y'all later. 7-3.
It's gonna pick up now. I got T-boned up there. Right there at the lights on the north end of Branson Landing. Old drunk gal T-boned me come running through that stoplight there.